today. From Acrisure Stadium in Pittsburgh, this is the National Football League. It's the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the Seattle Seahawks.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Acrisure Stadium on the north shore of the Steel City, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis with you from our broadcast perch. And Charles, as we get this thing started, what are you going to be keeping your eye on?
Special teams. Field position is always a big determiner in a ball game. Who sets their offense up for success the best, that team will win the game.
Kicker Chris Boswell has it ready to go, and we are underway from Pittsburgh. And look at this. Right away, a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Right out of the gates, here's Smith. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. T.J. Watt, the All-Pro, in there to take him down.
And so much for that great field position to start the game. Now they're way behind the sticks. Can't wait to see what their second down call is going to look like now.
A situation they'll certainly want to avoid going forward. An early 2nd and long they're facing. And they'll run. It's Ken Walker. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25. And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Here's Smith. A quick throw there is incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
Now here's Michael Dixon. Deep to return is Calvin Austin. This is fielded at the 27. Call that a 46-yard punt, though they did get 9 back on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. So here are the Steelers now to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by a first-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields.
This guy's leadership is so important to how this offense functions. He doesn't shrink from any moments on game day, and everything he does with confidence. He sets the example in practice, off the field, and is the guy leading everyone out for each possession.
Meanwhile, Fields throw into the hands of Pickens. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
Barney sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go. And let's see who's faster.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
Fast, slow, it doesn't matter. If you give a quarterback enough room to escape, he can hit you for a big gain. You've got to give him a little more focus moving forward.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Operating from the gun, Fields finds Pickens out right. He's got room to roam. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. George Pickens, 41 yards. And the Steelers get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Both sides of the football in sync early. You force the 3 and out, and then you take it down, score points.
You know what that tells me? They sold their game plan really well. Head coach said, listen, we're just going to stop them on 3 and out. We're going to take the ball downfield and score. But he also told them how it was going to happen. They're going to run this. We're going to stuff it. Then we're going to take the ball. They won't be able to keep up with us. And they got it done.
Boswell good with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it was finished off by a George Pickens touchdown grab. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Here we go on the return from the 1-yard line. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their second drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out. Good work here by the tight end. It's a crossing route off of play action. They're going to let the slot receiver run a post to hopefully let the defense think they're taking a shot. And then they bring the tight end underneath, and it winds up a first down.
So 1 play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Out of the gun, Walker with it. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. Alex Highsmith there on the tackle.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
From the 46, here's the 2nd and 5. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Geno now to throw. Loose inside the 30 and all the way down to the 25-yard line. 11 yards there, just like last play.
Defensively going forward, they're going to have to watch out for him on plays just like that. It's a drag route across the field, and they're trying to free him up and let him run after the catch. That won't be the last time we see that play, and it works there to pick up a first down.
Smith on first down. Now wasted time going right back to DK Metcalf. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Right back to him for 10 more and a first. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Now to the ground. Here's Walker. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Cameron Hayward in on the tackle. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Sticking with Walker on second down. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Smith. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up. It's a foot race. And he takes it back to the house. A fumble recovery for a Steelers score. Oh, backbreaker. That'll drive the coach, the offensive coordinator, just crazy. You get it all the way down there in the red zone, can't capitalize. Instead, they go the other way on the fumble return for a touchdown.
How about the aggressiveness of the defense, though? They're not about to just fall on a fumble, are they? Scoop and score is their motto, and they just did it.
Boswell for the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. I couldn't take the chance. This will be returned from the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 30-yard line.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Throwing now is Geno. Over the middle, complete. That's Brown. First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a first down.
A gain of 7. And the Seahawks first down.
Man in motion left. That's Smith and Jigba. And they're going to give it to him on the jet sweep. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Taken down at the 43-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4. Smith. Got a man. It's Brown. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It'll be a gain of 16 for number 16.
First down, Seattle.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 36. Metcalf motions left. He'll get an opportunity with it on the touch pass. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. 12 more yards there and another first down. Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end or the outside linebacker to give him that lane.
And I guess I need to clarify, I said getting their wideouts involved in the run game, but of course that was actually a pass as he popped it forward.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
On 2nd down, here's Smith. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
Well, it looked like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Now Geno. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And coming into this ball game, this was an offense that wasn't just talking about the notion of ball control. They were preaching it. They want to win the time of possession battle, and they've done so here. This drive's taken up quite a bit of the first quarter. Now they are set up 1st and goal.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Walker going to take this down just short of the goal line. He got 3, but could not get the ball over the chalk. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
It's largely been the air attack that's gotten them down here, but now's where you start to lean on that running game. That's a good pickup there on 1st and goal.
This is Brown on the carry. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Pharaoh Brown punching it in from a yard away. And the Seahawks have cut it back within a score. Extra point up and through by Myers. Through 1 quarter, 14-7 our score. Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2. As they've got it as we resume action. Here's Myers now to kick it away. Cordero Patterson to return it, bringing it out of the end zone. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Fields. He'll get this to his tight end. That's Pat Freiermuth. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. From the 24 now, here's 2nd and a couple. Play action. It's Fields. And got his man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. That one good for 26 and a first down.
2nd and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
Off play action, Fields. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. First carry for Najee Harris. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They run again with Harris. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry. From the 33, here's 2nd and 6. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
There he goes, and for good reason. Running with it has paid dividends earlier in this game and earlier on this drive. And until they prove they can stop him, I don't think he's going to be shy about continuing to run for first downs instead of airing it out.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Second and a couple. Harris running straight ahead. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 4 yards on the play. That's going to lead to 1st and goal.
The running game's played a huge part in getting them down to this point on the field. I say stay with it. Keep pounding the football. Keep driving. Keep grinding.
Yeah, even down in the red zone, keep going for it.
No doubt about it. Dance with what brung you.
They'll run it. Warren. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on 1st down, holding them to a short gain.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. So the offense a little antsy. The flag comes out and a 5-yard penalty. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. Things made a little more difficult after the false start as they try again on 2nd and goal. Here's Fields. And a quick throw here that's complete. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Now Fields. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Justin Fields, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Steelers have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. They were looking to pass the ball there, but they forgot to account for the man with the football.
Yeah, I can hear people right now saying, well, why don't you have a spy in your defense, someone who will dance with him and go where he goes? Well, oftentimes if you utilize a spy, you've taken away someone in coverage as well. And oftentimes, the spy, not as athletic as the guy he's trying to keep up with, so he gets defeated anyway.
And he turns 3rd and goal into a touchdown. Extra point put through by Boswell. And it's now 21-7. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it was all capped off by the Justin Fields touchdown run. He took it in himself. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game. And they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive. So we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, and that's always a question that you have when you have to come off the bench after having sat there for a long time. Are you ready to go? Are you loosened up? But even more so, are you mentally alert and ready to put your best product out there?
14 yards that time for number 14.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Walker. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, you don't turn your nose up at a gain of 4, do you? They'll take that on 1st down. Playbook's got to be pretty well open on 2nd and 6.
Now a 2nd and 6. Metcalf motions left. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, are usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, They're able to just roam and hit.
And this is going to be incomplete. So after 3 drives and 3 touchdowns combined between these two clubs, finally we get a defensive stop.
Yes, and welcome to the party, defensive players. And glad to have you, because for a while there, it almost felt like it was 11 going downfield on air. Okay, so to be able to have someone come up, make a stop, now we got a football game going.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll kick it away for the second time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Now Austin. It'll be a net of only 30 here. 40-yard punt, 10 on the return. And now out come the Steelers. So for this offense, Charles, remember, drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and, you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute. But did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it. And afterwards, they'll say, there was never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Now that's the way you want to start a drive. Talk about a tone setter as well as a playbook opener. Now if you want to take a big shot over the top, you're all positioned to do so.
Now run straight ahead with Warren. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Third down and 1. Fields now to throw. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down because they did not want to give the ball up here late in the half. They'd love to take the clock all the way down and score. This will definitely help the cause.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now it's Fields. A short one there to Freiermuth. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. To throw is Fields. And here's Freiermuth again. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. To Jefferson on the slant. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Second down and a little more than a yard here. They'll look to throw again. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. On 1st and 10, here's Fields. He's got his tight end Freiermuth over the middle. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another first down.
I'd have to say they're feeling like they are in rhythm right now. Things are in sync, aren't they? Team's winning, got a nice little margin on the scoreboard, completing some passes, and they just completed another one for a first down there to the tight end.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Fields. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
No shortage of impressive moments from him thus far. Now he's halfway to the century mark, and we're still in the first half. There's been no answer for his running ability so far by the defense. I can't wait to see what adjustments they'll have to make during the halftime break.
Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Second down and 4. Looking to throw. Fields. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. Van Jefferson was the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and 4. Back to throw. Fields. Is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Boswell's kick is good, and they will open things up a bit more. It's 24-7. So a late 3 there, and that'll help as they head into the break.
Talk about situational football and something they've worked out since the OTAs and mini camps the previous summer. They take care of the ball, get 3 points, knowing they're going to get the ball to start the second half. That's the old 2-for-1 special to finish things off.
4 seconds, all that remain here in this first half as the kick gets away. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. All that remains is to snap this once, and that'll do it for the first half of play. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Back to you guys in a bit. But first, we welcome everyone to our EA Sports Halftime Report. We got an excellent first half from the dynamic quarterback, Justin Fields. He had a touchdown both in the air and on the ground to help push his guys into the lead at the break. This one is maybe not exactly in the bag yet, but there is definitely a big mountain to climb in this third quarter. The teams are already back out there, so let's not waste any time as we'll turn it back over to Brandon Godden.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the third quarter. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Hey, it's not the most spectacular play, but I think most teams will take that every single time for the first play of a drive. Begin the series with positive yardage and set yourself up for a very manageable second down.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Looking to throw. Fields. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, that's a good piece of quarterbacking right there because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the first time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Out of the gun, Fields. He's got his target. That's complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. Fields on first down. That's complete to his tight end, Freiermuth. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
That's another beautiful throw right there. It gets it to his man right in stride. And I think that throw kind of exemplifies what we've seen from this offense throughout this game. They've been in rhythm. They've been sharp. They've been on it. And they pick up another first down there.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Fields throwing again. Oh, good move. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain.
Remember, Brandon, he ran for a touchdown earlier, so his decision to go ahead and tuck it and go again turned out to be a wise one.
And the decision is what is important here. He has made some good decisions on when to tuck it and go. On first down, it's Fields. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
Parker, even I can figure out who deserves the lion's share of credit for their lead right now because he has been terrific in a dual-threat role, really chewing up yardage and getting them points with his legs. Simply put, that defense has had no way of stopping him, and that's why his side is on top.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Here's Fields. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. That sack, it goes to Boye Mafe. We've seen him escape similar situations earlier in the game and get away for pretty good yardage. At that time, they get him down.
Yeah, they've had enough evidence that he can get away and run for good yardage, haven't they? That time it felt like, okay, enough of this. Let's play it the right way and get him on the ground before he does any damage.
Here we
A small bit of adversity here on what's been a strong drive as they come up 2nd and 12. Back to throw. Fields fights him off. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
The plan was clearly to challenge them by sending a blitz on 2nd down, but even the extra guys couldn't catch him in the backfield, though. He doesn't scramble for a first, but he does get the last laugh by evading the blitz and getting beyond the line of scrimmage.
From the gun on 3rd down, Fields. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation.
That looked great when he first took off because in my mind, there was room to run and he had the marker in his sight. But I certainly didn't expect him to close so quickly, and neither did he. They got to him just in time, and now that forced him to make a decision with his 4th down call.
The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches.
17's Mike 17.
They're going for it. This is Harris. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Najee Harris taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Steelers take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. So they only needed a couple of feet there on 4th down, but they got more than that and then some as he takes this into the end zone.
And I love your description right there, right? 4th and short. They got that. No problem. Let's go ahead and get the rest of it. Finish it off in the end zone. Touchdown. Everyone goes away happy on that one.
Extra point now by Boswell. And the lead is now 24. A 10-play drive that time. And it was Najee Harris who finished it off with a touchdown run. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Now we'll see what this Seahawks offense has in store with their first possession of the 2nd half. Now Smith and the Seahawks going to come up 1st and 10 at their own 27. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Catch is made by Metcalf. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
And you start to think if it's going to happen for these guys, it's got to start with this drive. Down 3 scores, they need to start making some inroads. And that'll help the cause there as they pick up good yardage and a 1st down.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. A shotgun snap for Smith. This is Fant on the short completion. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The Seahawks moving pretty well through the air. Another 1st down.
Zone coverage here defensively. They're going to let their tight end run a drag across the field. This is where a linebacker gets forced to pass him off. That time, the receiver gets lost a little bit, and he's able to make the catch and pick up good yardage and a 1st down.
On 1st and 10, Smith. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Smith now to throw. Left side here taken in by Metcalf. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
A 9-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
They'll try for the first with Walker. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion.
They had yet to run the ball at all on this drive, but 3rd and short definitely was a great time to dial one up.
From the red zone now, Smith. Left side complete to Lockett. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up 1st and goal. Now Smith. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Keanu Benton, the one who got in to bury him.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
Two of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. To throw is Smith. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Back to throw, Smith. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. T.J. Watt picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Oh, you can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now, and if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front 7. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Face a challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease.
On comes the Seahawk kicker here on 4th down. It's Jason Myers. On the left hash mark, this a 38-yard attempt. Myers' kick is good. And they get a little bit closer here as the lead's down to 3 touchdowns. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
Myers now converted on the field goal try. Now he's on to kick it away. And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 30-yard line. Pittsburgh set to take over again on offense. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They let these receivers run wild, and here's another completion for good yardage.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. A handoff for Warren. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down. From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd down and 7. Operating from the gun, Fields. They'll get this complete to Calvin Austin. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 40. First target, first catch, and a 1st down.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Back to throw. Fields. Pickens on the slant. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
The ball on the 32. It's 2nd and 2. A run with Harris out of the shotgun, and he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Pittsburgh. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. 1st down, and they go back to Harris. He's able to get 6. A nice pickup down to the 21. And I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
A quick throw there is incomplete. Van Jefferson was the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and 4. On the give, this is Harris, and he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1.
This team doesn't mind running the ball in any situation, and I thought he was going to get the 1st down the way the play developed, but the defense closed in and stopped him just about a yard short.
Now Chris Boswell for the Steelers field goal try. This just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. Boswell's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So it was 4th and 1 down in the red zone, but they elect to take just the 3.
And I'm a little surprised that that's how they decided to play it, that they didn't go for it there. But sometimes just take those 3 points and put them in your pocket. I just have one question for you, partner.
Okay.
Hip pocket or back pocket?
After the successful field goal try, here's Boswell to send it away. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out-and-out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back on it.
There he goes, left side. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
For as many sacks as this defense has, you can understand their willingness to try and get upfield and get another. So what a really smart play call here to use their aggression against them, go with the screen, and they're able to get the first down.
From the 50, it's Smith. Repeat of the last play, finding Walker. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Gino now to throw. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
This offense so far on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Here's Smith. And complete to Smith and Jigba. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. An effective 7-yard 3rd down conversion.
A gain of 7. First down, Seahawks.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D.
Again, Smith. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game. And that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them, holding them under 200 today.
That went behind his man, incomplete. He was trying to find Noah Fant, the tight end, and it's 3rd down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. He completes this to Walker. And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the first down. Did they maybe play that too safely on 3rd down? I know you don't want to just throw a ball blindly downfield, but that didn't help them a whole lot.
I think they probably said if it's open, take the shot. If not, get something safe because we do have 4th down to try and pick it up.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They snap it to Smith. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Steelers are going to take possession here at their own 33. This spot in the 4th quarter with that deficit, had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock, had to throw it.
George Pickens back out now with the rest of the offense. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
They'll come up 2nd and 7. Now here's another carry for Harris. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 58 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Offensive linemen are famous for doing their job no matter who's carrying the ball. But when they have the confidence that the person carrying it can break off big-time runs, that makes them block just a little bit harder.
They hand this off to Harris. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Good gain there on 1st down and keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him. He ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. This is Harris. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
They'll run. Here's Harris. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
On the give, it's Warren. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
Mike 17. Mike 17. I got one.
Now a run with Warren. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, no gain, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 15.
And when the defense wins and gives up no yardage on a running play, that's something they can build on and carry themselves forward throughout the game.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Operating from the gun, Fields. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Well, so much for getting separation. No chance there. Locked down tight, forcing the incompletion on that attempt.
Now Chris Boswell for the Steelers field goal try. This from 44 yards out, left hash. Boswell's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They force the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
After the successful field goal try, here's Boswell to send it away. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. So now, Charles, this drive may be a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Finds a tight end in the middle of the field. Just a simple stick route. Decent gain. Doesn't get you a whole lot, but it's pretty reliable, isn't it?
And tough to defend. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 5. Throwing now is Geno. Smith and Jigba with a grab. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
And the Seahawks 1st down.
Smith. And this a quick slant to Lockett. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
To the air again, Smith. Trying to set up the screen, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Queen. Fighting his way through contact. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. An impressive performance just became a little bit more impressive here as they add yet another score to the ledger late in the 4th quarter.
And not much has stopped them at any point in this game, partner. This is just an old-fashioned blowout right here. They probably could put the brakes on themselves, but they elected not to and played this one all the way out.
Boswell for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Seattle again getting ready to take over offensively. Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is end the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, and with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll make it second down. Now Geno. Setting up the screen here. This is Walker. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
Well, they've certainly had their share of troubles running the football in this one, but this play is almost an extension of the running game right here. They set up the screen, let him work out in space on the perimeter, and he turns it into a big pickup.
Now Geno on first down. It's complete to Lockett. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it's second down.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose, and boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
One last throw here for Smith. And as he throws, he lost the football. It's loose. And now this ball picked up by the offense. But here in the final 2 minutes of the game, this will be blown dead. Only the fumbler can advance the football. So this will go back to the spot of the fumble itself. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go to each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Steelers earn the win at home as we say so long from Pittsburgh.